AI isn't coming, it's already here. From ChatGPT to self-driving cars, our students are growing up in a world that's evolving faster than ever. So, how do we prepare them not just to survive, but to thrive? Welcome to the Teacher's Impact podcast. On this episode, we'll be talking about 5 essential future-proof skills every young student needs in the age of AI. So recently, I watched a TED Talk by Sal Khan of Khan Academy, and he said something that stuck with me. Education will never be the same because of AI. And honestly, it already isn't. In my own classroom, I've seen how students can now get lesson paths tailored just for them based on how they learn best. And I'm not even the main instructor in that moment. I'm the facilitator. That got me thinking, if this is what's happening now, what does that mean for the future? And more importantly, what do our students need from us to be ready for it? My goal with this episode is to explore 5 foundational future-proof skills that young students need to succeed in a world shaped by AI. When we say future-proof, we're talking about more than just preparing for jobs. We're talking about building habits of mind that will help our in a world we can't fully predict. And while tech skills like coding used to be considered the golden ticket, even that's shifting. AI can now write code. So yes, tech skills matter, but they won't be enough. It's the human skills that will set our students apart. So let's dive into 5 of those key skills, starting with one that's easy to overlook but deeply powerful: curiosity. Curiosity and questioning. And this is a quote from AI. AI has answers, but students need to know what questions to ask. You can nurture curiosity in the early grades by teaching students how to ask better questions. Who, what, when, where, why, how. I also help students understand the difference between a question and a statement because they often blur the two. One of the most powerful things we can do is to treat their questions like they matter. When a student asks something I don't know, I'll say, "Great question. I don't know. Let's find out together." Think aloud, modeling, and peer conversations are also great ways to make questioning a natural part of. Now, once students are asking those questions, the next step is helping them not give up when the answers don't come easily. That's where adaptability and growth mindset come in. Change is constant. Students who adapt will lead. A quote from AI. In my classroom, I constantly prompt students to try again. If they sound out a word wrong or miss a math problem, I just don't give them the answer. I guide them back to it. At the start of the year, I teach about growth mindset directly. We even identify what it sounds like and what fixed mindset might sound like instead. I'll say things like, "You got this. I know you can do it." And the best part, I've heard my students start saying it to each other. One time, a student was solving a math problem on the board, and another student called out, "You got this." That moment told me this mindset was becoming part of our classroom culture. Of course, adapting to change also means managing emotions, especially when things get tough. And that leads us to a skill that I think is more important now than ever: emotional intelligence. Quote from AI, "AI doesn't do empathy. People still need people." One I've used for years is a 2-minute breathing exercise right after lunch. Recess can be so stressful: arguments, playground drama, overstimulation, and this short 2 minutes helps students reset. I also teach turn taking, how to ask for space, and how to regulate strong emotions. Last year, I had a student who struggled with violent outbursts. I told him, if you ever feel like you're about to lose control, ask to take a walk. It took him 3 months, but he eventually did it. That was a huge win. And for the other students, I'd lead a quick breathing exercise after those moments to help bring back calm into the room. Now, I'll be honest, the next 2 skills are areas I'm still working on in my own practice, but I want to name them here because they're going to matter more and more as AI continues to evolve. Ethical thinking and digital responsibility. Quote from AI, "With great power, like AI, comes great responsibility." This is one I haven't fully introduced to my students yet, but I'm starting to think about how I can. I know how much time they already spend using tablets or YouTube, and it's important they start to think about how their choices online affect others. Even small conversations like why we don't share personal info online or how to treat others with digital spaces can plant the seed for bigger ethical thinking later. And then there is creativity, another human skill that AI can't replicate the same way we can. Creativity and original thinking. AI can replicate, but it can't originate. Quote from AI. This is another area I'm trying to grow in as a teacher. I've started giving students time to build things with linking cubes. No instructions, just create, and they love it. They actually ask me for more time like that. I'd like to find more ways to make space for this unstructured, imaginative learning, even in our tightly scheduled days. It's a work in progress, but I believe it's worth it. So here's the truth. We don't need to be AI experts to prepare our students for the future. What we do need is to be intentional about teaching the skills that matter most. If you're wondering where to start, I'd say begin with just one social emotional skill your students need right now. Build it into your daily routines little by little. And let's give our students time to create, whether it's building with blocks, telling a story, or solving a problem in their own way. That's how we raise creators, not just consumers. If this episode sparked some ideas for you, share it with a colleague, or even try one small strategy this week. Every step counts when we're shaping future-ready learners. If this episode got you thinking about how to prepare your students for a changing world, I'd love for you to take one small action this week, whether it's adding a quick breathing routine, giving students space to be creative, or modeling curiosity. Just start with one step. And if you want more practical strategies to manage your classroom while building these future-proof skills, check out my ebook, Level Up, the Elementary Teacher's Guide to Effective Classroom Management. It's filled with personal stories, real classroom tools, and mindset shifts that can help you thrive, not just survive as a teacher. You can grab your copy here at teachersimpact.net or check in the show notes. Let's keep growing, one intentional step at a time. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time on the Teachers Impact Podcast. Happy learning and growing.